烂中文。
Here we're introducing the Avengers. We are going to discuss about the actor. The director is Joss Whedon. Wrote Iron Man, Tony Stark, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, the Hulk, Bruce Banner, Captain America, Steve Rogers, Widow, Natasha Romanoff, Hawkeye, Clint Barton, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Samuel L. Jackson, Loki, Tom Hiddleston. Four. Marvel Studios presents Marvel's The Avengers, the superhero team-up of a lifetime, featuring iconic Marvel superheroes, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. When an unexpected enemy emerges that threatens global safety and security, Nick Fury, director of the international peacekeeping agency known as S.H.I.E.L.D., finds himself in need of a team to pull the world back from the brink of disaster. Spanning the globe, a daring recruitment effort begins.
Summary. In response to the attack, Fury activate the Avengers Initiative. He puts Agent Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson, aka the Black Widow, out of an interrogation and send her to India to find the recruit, Dr. Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, aka the Hulk. At the same time, Agent Phil Coulson Clark Drake approaches Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robert Downey, and requests that he review Dr. Selvig's research. Fury himself approaches Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, aka Captain America, with an assignment to retrieve the Tesseract from Loki. During his exile, Loki encountered the Chitauri, an alien race seeking to conquer the galaxy. In exchange for the Tesseract, the Chitauri agreed to help Loki subjugate Earth. The Avengers, now brought together, argue and deliberate over how to approach Loki and the revelation that S.H.I.E.L.D. plan to harness the Tesseract power to develop weapons. Fury admits that the event in New Mexico a year before recounted in Thor made S.H.I.E.L.D. aware of other races on other worlds, some of which may see Earth as an easy target. The decision was made to produce weapons with the Tesseract as a means of deterrence. As the group argued, Clint Barton and Loki's possessive agent attacked the helicarrier, disabling one of its agents in flight. As Stark and Rogers attempt to restart the damaged agent, Thor tries to prevent Dr. Banner from turning into the Hulk and destroying the ship from inside. While fighting Barton, Romanoff discovers that a blow to the head powerful enough to knock Barton unconscious will break Lucky's mind control. By the end of the battle, Lucky escapes. Thor and Dr. Banner have been ejected from the ship and Agent Caution is killed. Fury uses Coulson's death to motivate the Avengers to work as a team. Stark and Rogers realize that simply defeating them will not be enough for Lucky. He needs to overpower them in a very public way so as validate himself as the ruler of Earth. Using a device built by Dr. Selvig, Lucky opens a portal to the Chitauri homeworld over Manhattan, summoning a Chitauri invasion.
The Avengers rally in defense of New York, but quickly come to the conclusion that they will be overwhelmed. As wave after wave of Chitauri descend upon Earth, with help from the reformed Barton, Captain America and Thor evacuate civilians, while Dr. Banner transforms into the Hulk and goes after Loki, beating him into submission in Tony Stark's penthouse. Romanoff makes her way to the device that holds the portal open, conveniently located on the roof of the Stark building, and hits Dr. Selvig over the head, freeing him of Loki's control. Dr. Selvig reveals that Loki's staff can be used to close the portal. Meanwhile, the directors override Fury and scramble a jet that fires a nuclear missile at Manhattan to end the invasion. Iron Man intercepts the missile and directs it at the portal and the Chitauri base before running out of oxygen and plummeting back to Earth. But the Hulk catches him as he falls. Thor escorts Loki and the Tesseract back to Asgard, while Fury knows that the Avengers will go their separate ways until such time as a new world-threatening menace emerges. In a post-credits scene, the Chitauri leader, the other, tells his master that it is futile to attack Earth, as fighting the Avengers is like courting death. His master turns, revealing himself to be Thanos. Role description: Iron Man. On top of being an eccentric genius, a billionaire, a playboy, and a philanthropist, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., is also the armored superhero known as Iron Man, fresh off of defeating enemies the Earth over. Stark reluctantly agreed to serve as consultant to Nick Fury's Samuel L. Jackson top secret peacekeeping and intelligence agency known as S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, with the global crisis on the horizon and the fate of the world in a balance, Stark must again power up his Iron Man armor to save the world and become a full-fledged member of the Avengers. Captain America. After a top-secret super soldier program transformed frail Stephen Rogers into a powerful and heroic Captain America, his amazing World War II exploits made him a living legend. Steve saved New York City and turned the tide of the war, but crashed into the Arctic during his final vision. Awakening in the modern day, Steve learned that he had spent decades frozen in icy tundra. Now, Steve Rogers finds himself alone in a modern world that he hardly recognized. When Nick Fury, director of the international peacekeeping agency SHIELD, calls on Rogers to help save the world again, he quickly suits up as Captain America, taking up his iconic shield and bringing his strength, leadership, and no-nonsense attitude to the Avengers. The Hulk. After a gamma radiation experiment went awry, mild-mannered scientist Dr. Bruce Banner found himself with a peculiar condition. When angered or provoked, he would transform into the uncontrollable green-skinned monster known as the Hulk. Now, fearful of the damage that the Hulk could inflict, Dr. Banner chooses to live a this secret life in remote parts of the world, working to cure the sick and help the poor while trying to elude those who would take advantage of his ability to change into the enormous green menace. When a mounting threat calls for Banner's specialized scientific experiment, SHIELD director Nick Fury recruits him, knowing full well that the incredible strength of Banner's alter ego, the Hulk, would be an assessment to the Avengers.
Thor. An arrogant prince from the distant land of Asgard, Thor was banished to Earth after his irresponsible behavior threatened his homeland. While in exile on Earth, Thor learned humility and helped save his new friend from a destructive threat sent by his brother Loki. In the process, Thor redeemed himself in the eyes of his father, Odin, the king of Asgard. After being welcomed back to Asgard as a hero, Thor must now return to Earth once again to prevent a cosmic-level catastrophe with Mjolnir in his hand. A legendary hammer with immense power, the mighty warrior soon finds himself drawn into an unlikely alliance with Nick Fury's secret initiative. The Avengers, leading his power to their cause against his wayward brother Loki. Black Widow. SHIELD agent Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, is one of the world's greatest spies and a great possibility the world's most skilled assassin. Armed with an extensive arsenal of specialized weapons like Widow, Sting, and cluster bombs, as well as a vast repertoire of martial arts skills. Romanoff's unique talent make her one of Director Fury's top agents and an integral part in assembling the Avengers. Hawkeye, one of SHIELD's most elite agents, Clint Barton, codenamed Hawkeye, is the greatest living marksman on Earth, armed with his weapon of choice, the recurve bow. Hawkeye fires his arsenal of cotton, augmented arrows, specialized for any number of facial situations, with perfect precision, with the potential for global catastrophe on the horizon. He employs his amazing combat skill to fight alongside the Avengers. Director of Show. As the legendary director of the International Peacekeeping Organization, Nick Fury is humanity's first line of defense against the world's biggest threat. When shields become aware of an evil that threatens global safety, Fury assembles the planet's most powerful being and forms the Avengers. Lucky. After his bid to overthrow the throne of Asgard when thwarted by his brother Thor, the evil Lucky retreated to lands unknown to plot his revenge, not just against his brother, but against Earth, whose habitation Thor now protects. Lucky now returns with a nefarious plot to conquer Earth, and will stop at nothing to see his vision realized. When his mission of power threatens the entire planet, it may take more than the Avengers to stop him. Box office. The Avengers isn't the only club to count Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and the rest of the crew as members. Earth's mighty heroes joined the $1 billion club over the weekend, shattering more box office records than collecting enough cash to put it just behind Alice in Wonderland on the all-time worldwide gross list. Schedule. Johnny Depp and the director Tim Burton's first collaboration since Alice settled for distance. The Avengers reached the 1 billion mark as quickly as Avatar and the last Harry Potter movie, despite opening earlier overseas than in America. Marvel's action-packed tempo pushed on night several of their heroes already broke the all-time opening weekend record when it opened last weekend. And with its 102 million estimated domestic growth this weekend, the Avenger is now the record holder for the biggest second weekend, number 2. Thanks to its 628.9 million 19 days international hold. The Avenger is now one of only 11 movies to climb past the 1 billion mark worldwide. Exit. Robert Downey. Can you believe this shirt, Tony and the cap side by side here? Question. I noticed you are wearing a black Sabbath t-shirt. Tony. Not bad, huh? shots of the arc reactor on his chest. I will keep this up for you, Club. Shout to one set producer. The props want to turn this off to test the battery. Lights goes off. Chris Evans. They just did.
Events. Sure, it's about these superheroes coming together. It's the initial formation of the team, the Avengers. Whispers through RDJ. Does everybody know that Loki's the bad guy? Yeah, they told us not to talk about it, but we were allowed to talk about that. Who would you say in the heart of the team? Point to Evans. See, I was going to say him. I was genuinely going to say him. I think without him, we don't work. Not this time. I told them to write it that way. I think without Tony, we don't work. He really is the glue in the family. He is the fire, and the thing that keeps you coming back. I think, at least for this movie, Cap's struggling with finding his footing in this modern day. He's a fish out of water. He's a little more uncomfortable in his own skin than he normally might be. And he's not hitting the ground running without the charisma and the leadership and the character that Tony Stark is. Well, maybe you're right. If you put it that way, okay. But I think that's the other thing too. What Joss, Kevin, and the creative team has been able to do is make it so that nothing is predictably definitive. I remember that one of my earliest concerns with this was, haven't we done this? It's a bunch of superheroes together, but they're a dysfunctional family thing before. But it has transcended that in a lot of ways. Obviously, there is only one person whose name is Captain. And if you have a squad of people, there is a time where we need his prowess in terms of things that requires actual strategy and military stuff, in what is essentially a war that we are trying to avert, of sorts. So I think that's the really valuable. You each appeared in previous Marvel movies, but how much time has passed? I assume since you are both agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you already know each other. But how much time has passed, and is there anything in this movie where we see the two of you meeting for the first time? I can tell you this. There are so many characters in this movie, as you know, that it can't really go too much backstories of characters. We're telling a massive story here with a lot of characters in it. So the time is spent on all of us, I guess, setting things. But that's never been established. We've obviously known each other for a long time. We have a very rich history, the two characters with one another. But as far as the timeline, I think it's pretty much the time that has passed since Iron Man 2. Can you tell about the first day all of you guys were on set together in costume? I guess on the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. Can you talk about being there with everybody? It's weird. Very surreal. Yeah, it's really weird. It was just kind of an out-of-body experience. What is happening? Yeah, like a dress up to the extreme. I was getting really, they talk over each other a bit. Embarrassed, the shit. out of each other. What did you say? I don't even know what I was doing there, but I was there. It was strange. Every day, it's strange. Yeah, it's never even. When our characters, when the Avengers assemble, it feels like being a little kid. I like seeing Hemsworth because he has his hammer, and then he has a latte in his hand. To me, that's a great image. And there's always this plan that as soon as everything is cut, everything comes off the sources. Division of work. The end. Thank you.